Hello everybody, welcome to my 5-year dreadlock video. It has been a crazy journey, lots of stuff has changed, and I don't know, 5 years is a really long time. When I first started my dreadlocks, I had just graduated high school, so I was 18 or 19, math, I don't know, and yeah, I started with the neglect method. I basically I didn't brush my hair. That's kind of it. You can, obviously you want to wash it, and there are different ways of washing and all that stuff. But basically I just wanted to kind of cover what I've been doing, and it's just sort of a way to document my progress, because 5 years is a long time. So here's what they're looking like now. There we go. Yep, that's what they look like now. Let's see if we can move this up a little bit. Yep. There we go. Yep, it's 5 years. And yeah, basically the only sort of maintenance I do is I separate them, which is recommended, especially for, sort of younger dreads. But yeah, and then I wash them probably once a week, maybe twice a week, depending on how my scalp feels. But yeah, I'm really happy with them right now. Probably like once a year or so I'll get kind of bummed out about them, but yeah, right now they're looking pretty good, and I've been getting more and more compliments on them lately, which is pretty cool. So there's that. But it is kind of interesting because I always get, those people who are like, when are you gonna get normal hair? What's wrong with you? Why is your hair like that? Do you not wash your hair? And it's just like, dude, god damn it. Like, what you think? And then just like stupid questions all the time. Like, oh, you make those every morning? Wow, that must take a lot of time. I'm like, yeah, I wake, yeah. Or just like, I don't know. Is that your real hair? Just, Jesus. I guess people don't see people with dreadlocks often, so there's that. But I guess I can talk about my washing technique and all that. Basically, god damn it, move this. Sorry. Okay, so there are a couple different things with the washing. Every shampoo is going to be different for every person, so what works for me may not work for you, but this is what I've been doing. I have this shampoo, it's by Naughty Boy. I think they're Canadian, and I've just been kind of trying it out now, and it's really awesome. I got, it's peppermint, so it makes my scalp feel tingly and really awesome, so I like that a lot, and I wash my scalp with that as well as my dreads. So I'll like basically, when they're all wet, I soak it into the dreads and just kind of like make sure it gets in there. And it just helps with obviously cleaning, and they smell better. It's just, I like it. And I prefer the liquid shampoo over the bar shampoo because it's just kind of hard to spread around. And I don't know, I was never good at using the bar shampoo. So there's that. And then, there are different shampoos that I've tried. I've done like Dr. Bronner's, which is okay. I don't really like how it smells. I've done some bar shampoos. I've done, I don't know, there are a couple other ones here and there. I've done like the baking soda technique, and that's okay if you're like, not looking to spend that much money. And the baking soda and apple cider vinegar technique is always great. If you're watching this video, you probably already know about that, so I won't, bore you with that information. But then there's also the deep clean procedure, which, again, if you're watching this, you probably already know about it. But anyway, with the deep clean, basically you get a big sort of container, bucket, whatever, and you fill it with a bunch of crap. So you fill it with apple cider vinegar, baking soda, and then you can do like essential oils, lemon juice. If they're young, you can do sea salt, which is very useful for young dreads. It helps with the locking process. And you just mix all that together, and you just sort of, take all of your dreads, dump them in there, let them sit, blah blah blah. Wait for 20 half hour, 20 minutes, half hour, and then make sure you get it soaked in there, and then just rinse it out. And what that's doing is it's getting all the residue out of your dreads, and it's cleaning your scalp and dreads. And if you have certain essential oils in there, it may do different things. I know if you have the sea salt, it'll help with the locking. If you put like tea tree oil in there, it'll help with like dandruff on your scalp. So there's a lot of different benefits to doing that. I only do that about once a month. It's actually probably gotten a lot less now, just because it's such a pain in the ass to have to do that. That part not so much, but the drying process I really hate doing, because mine are super thick. So yeah, they take a while to dry, and I'll talk about that a little bit now too. So with the drying process, basically when I'm done with the shower, I will squeeze out the dreads and get sort of the large chunk, or not chunks, but large portion of water out. And I'll just keep doing that. And I'm really sorry about all the noise. My cats are going crazy. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, just squeeze all the water out just to get sort of the large majority of it out. And then from there, I'll take a towel and I'll put it sort of around my back like this, and put my dreads sort of over it, and then the towel's like hanging down here. And then from there, I'll just kind of like headbang, essentially, like just shake like that, and it'll hit the back of the towel, and then it'll go like that, and it'll just get sort of a lot more water out of it. And then from there, I'll take that same towel and basically pull it up and dry it like that. So then, by the time I get to the blow drying stage, I will already have gotten maybe half of the water out, so it's less of a process from there. But when I'm blow drying my hair, I try to keep it on the colder setting, if your blow dryer has that, just because from my experience, when you use the hot setting, it can be detrimental. It can damage your hair, just like straightening your hair would. Not as not as bad, but imagine like straightening your hair. It's like burning your hair essentially. So try not to keep it on the hot setting. Sometimes I do, just if it's, I don't know, if there's a section that's like just not wanting to cooperate, it's not drying, I'll put it a little bit on hot, but for the most part, try to keep it on the colder setting. And then I just basically do that, just all around, takes like 30 minutes or so. And then, as I'm doing it, I'm like shaking out the dreads. So that kind of takes a while, and that's sort of my least favorite part about having dreadlocks, but it must be done. So once that's done, just headbang again, and then it's pretty self-explanatory at that point. So other than drying, I guess one question I always get, other than like do you wash or that kind of thing, is just like, well, like why? Like why do you have dreadlocks? And at the time of making them, I just thought they looked cool. Which, if that's your reason for getting dreadlocks, I don't really recommend it, because you're gonna end up having them for a couple weeks and then either cutting them out or undoing them or something, and it's just kind of a waste of time. But I thought they looked cool, and I stuck with them. And most people don't. Most people I see get dreadlocks, and they just do it for a little while, and then they get rid of them or something. But with me, since I was doing the neglect method, there wasn't really like one day I didn't have them and the next day I did. It's just kind of like this long process. And it's only been like the past couple of years that people have actually said, hey, you have dreadlocks. But to me, like, I had started them in 2011, so like I've always had that idea in my head of dreadlocks. But the reason I have them now still is like the number one thing is it's sort of this like always ongoing growth, and it's kind of interesting to always have something to look forward to. And it's almost like, I know this is kind of a weird way of saying it, but it's like having like a child in a way. Like you watch them grow, like you made them, and you like nurture them in a way. I know this may sound really weird, but like you get to basically see them evolve, and that's kind of cool. I don't have kids or anything, so it's kind of the next best thing in a way. So there's that. Also, at the time of starting them, I was very impatient, and I still, I guess, am impatient, but having dreadlocks has sort of helped me become more patient in a way, which is always good. A lot of people lack patience, and I think having dreadlocks can teach that. Also, this is another really big thing. I realize that I'm quite different from a lot of people, at least in my area. The area I live in is just kind of, white, normal, white, average-looking people, and I know I'm different, and I don't just mean physically. I mean, like, I do things that a lot of people don't do, and a lot of times I don't have the time to like talk to every single person and say, hey, these are the things I do. So like having dreadlocks can kind of represent that without having to talk to people. Like people look at me and they go, okay, I automatically know that person is different. So those are just kind of some reasons why I have dreadlocks. Maybe different, for other people. Some people may have them just because they think they're easier to deal with. I disagree. I think they're almost harder to deal with in some ways. Some ways not, but But anyway, it's just kind of this like always ongoing growth, and I'm curious to see what they'll look like in 10 more years or something. Hopefully I still have them. So yeah, this is my dreadlocks at 5 years. They're pretty thick and pretty long. Here, I'll show you guys the back. Yep. And sorry if the video is kind of going long. I used to do these videos more often, but when they get this long, they just kind of, you can't really see a whole lot of difference in between videos, so I figure probably about twice a year now is about appropriate, and maybe when they get even longer, just once a year. But yeah, I will put my Facebook in the description, and probably my Instagram, because I've been using Instagram more lately. And that'll just be for questions. I've had them for 5 years, so I know quite a bit about dreads. So if you guys have any questions, or just want to talk about dreads, or even not dreads, whatever. I'm a cool guy, I think. I will put my Facebook in the description and Instagram, and you guys can send me questions. But that pretty much sums it up now. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was helpful or informative. So message me if you guys need anything, and take care.